What is up, Kirby family? I am back in case you forgot who I was, since it's been a hot minute. But Brian's been gone a whole lot for army related things, and I've been sick, I've been busy with work, all the shebangs of things. So we are finally, or I am finally getting a video out there, and I decided to just put one together myself, since Brian seems to always be gone for something. And the only thing I guess I know how to talk about when I'm by myself in a video are baby related things. So that's what I bring to you for this week's video. So just like how summer seems to be wedding season for everyone else, it almost feels like this year it's baby season for me. I have so many friends and family members that are pregnant and due either this summer or early fall, and I am beyond excited for all of them. I cannot wait for all the baby pictures to be posted soon. And I realized now with an 8-month-old that I've slowly come up with a list of things that I've loved with having a baby. And so I'm going to put together and make this video of a list of items that I think would be a grand idea to put on your registry if you haven't yet. And a lot of them are things that were gifted to me, some things I just kind of found and bought. And I regret not putting any, or I guess a few things were on my registry, but I regret putting some of these things not on my registry. So I'm saving you the trouble and kind of giving you my personal list, not an entire registry, just some ideas of things to have on there, because why not? Sitting here wondering if I'll be able to even finish this video, because this kid already woke up from his nap. It's only been 40 minutes. Not even. Here's to crossing our fingers he goes back to sleep. The first item I'm gonna state is something that I've actually only recently found and discovered, and I am so upset that I only now discovered this. I feel like it would have caused so much of a comfort to newborn and tiny infant my mind with that tiny baby, and that is the Kinsa brand, is it thermometer? Is that what you would call these? Where it checks for fevers and all the things. And this brand specifically, because it comes with an app, people. And let me show you kind of briefly what the app does. So here in my account, I have me, Braden, and Warren. So let's go to Warren's account just to show you exactly what it kind of does. So for starters, you have a timeline. I just did his, like, he's not showing any symptoms of being sick, but I scanned for a fever just to kind of show you what a timeline would look like. So as you can see, at 8:19 a.m. I scanned and his temperature was exactly 98.6, which means no fever. And I put no symptoms or alarming symptoms at all. So if he does have a fever, it will show up. So if you need to go to the doctors and they ask when was his last fever, pull up the app and it will show you right there. Then below that, you put in your county of where you live, and it'll show you how high different cases of sicknesses there are. So as you can see, for COVID, we have very low case symptoms. Flu, we have low case symptoms, and so we're all low risk here, which is awesome to know. The plus button at the end, you can add any notes, any reminders to give medication. You can add medication that they're taking. If you went to the doctors and they were diagnosed with anything, you can add that, add symptoms, basically add anything, so all your child's information is right there. The next item I'm pointing out is something else I got on Amazon. This is something I actually asked for Christmas and got, and it is a dash cam for my car, but instead of having the camera outside of the car, the camera is facing the child. And I chose that because at first I had like this typical mirror on the seat where when you turn around you can see your baby's face. But the problem I had with that is I could really only turn around if I was stopped at a red light, at a stop sign, or if I was still driving, it had to be super quick. This one I'll show you in a little bit. It's just a camera, so you put it on your dash and you just can glance over and see your child right there, and it's so nice and very affordable in my opinion. I think it's just so worth it. So when I go into my car later today with my child, I will show you what it looks like and how it works. Showing you real quick. Okay, so this is all you have to do. You have to just plug it in like anything else. Mine's a little sketchy with this car. And it turns it on, so this is what it looks like. And this is what you see. And in the back of my car, it's just a little camera. I'm using my phone, so you probably can't really tell. It's just a camera. The quality's so bad. Camera that you connect to the seat. And it pops up right there. So I'm driving. He's right there next to me. It's perfect. Without this, it does go back all the way like that, which I'm sure some people prefer. I just like it more back, so I'm using that to kind of perk it up more. I don't know why I like it that better, but okay. Yeah. My next item is something that I found because if you've been following along for a while, you've known that my little Warren knows that sleep is not one of his strong suits. Night times are looking so much better now, and I think it's because of this beautiful specimen. Okay, not specimen, but no! Okay, so it's just this bedtime lotion. It's called Junior's Bedtime Lotion. It's by 8 Sheep Organics, and it has been a game changer for us. It literally smells like divine. I want to put it on myself, but I don't. Literally, most people just put on the bottoms of their baby's feet and it works grand. I do his feet, and then I also put a little bit on his arms so that he can smell it as he's falling asleep, and it has made such a difference. We put regular, like, I think the Walmart brand sleep lotion on like his legs and face and stuff, but this stuff on his feet, I don't know what magic is in this, but it has been a game changer for us. So save yourself the trouble. We didn't start till he was like 6 or 7 months old. I wish we started sooner. So if you want to test it out, you go for it. Okay, this item was something that was actually given to me as a gift from a friend, and I am beyond grateful for her for giving it to me because I can imagine trying to do his nails any other way. So if you know and have heard the horror stories of parents trying to clip their baby's nails, even with the tiny itsy bitsy baby nail clippers, like, things can happen. And I know myself, and I'm the biggest klutz in the world, and I'm so nervous to ever try to clip a tiny newborn's nails, because newborn nails, they grow like weeds. I'm telling you this now. Some of them are born with gigantic long nails. So this instead is a nail grinder, and it's meant for infants. So it's literally comes in a whole case, has a handle for like on and off, left and right hand, and then there's a variety of textured options. I don't know how else to put it. So obviously the super rough ones, and then super soft for newborn nails. And so I've always just kind of used this one, and it's been working great. I've never had any trouble with it because there's different levels. You go up for right hand, down for left hand, and it can go fast or slow. Warren literally just sits there and watches me do it because the light turns on while you're doing it, and so he literally just kind of stares and watches the light. Like, it doesn't bug him at all. I do it all the time, and he never really gets sick of it. The only time he's ever gotten sick of it is if he just does not want to hold still for that moment, and that's fine. So it's a game changer. I highly suggest putting that on your baby registry. This item I actually initially got for labor because I was told to bring a fan to put on a stroller fan to put on your bedside to keep like a fan going on you. I ended up just not using it because I just never got into my bag. My mind was elsewhere. I never really even thought of this, but I'm glad I still got it because I only ever used this with him as like a newborn and 1 month old because those were the only times it was warm for him. He's a September baby, so it was really hot in September, pretty warm in October, and then after that we never needed it. But this summer I'm so grateful to have this. I put in his car seat in our car if the AC is not on all the way. I put in his stroller on hot days. When we plan on going to the beach or anywhere hot, I have this. It's travel sized. You can charge it or just replace the battery, whichever one's more handy dandy for you. It's so nice. It's on Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I think this is just like an obvious, whether you're having a summer baby, winter baby, it's gonna be hot at some point with your baby. So I highly suggest this. It's been already super helpful because for whatever reason upstairs the AC just kind of sucks out there, and so it's nice to have this when we need it for even his crib sometimes for naps. So the last thing, this is something I actually had on my registry, and I ended up just getting it myself because I just wanted to make sure I had it, was a variety pack of bottles. And this is because even if you have an idea of bottles you want, even if there's a brand of bottles that all of your friends' babies love, you have no clue if your baby's actually gonna like it. Like for example, one of the bottles that was in the variety pack were the Dr. Brown bottles, which everyone swears by, especially people with colicky babies. And I was planning on just getting Dr. Brown bottles, and I'm so glad I didn't, because so far that is one of the few bottles Warren will not take. He hates the Dr. Brown bottles. So because I grabbed the variety pack, I'll put a picture up here of what pack I bought, if assuming I can find it again. If there's no picture, it's because I couldn't find it. But it came with 5 different bottles, 5 different brands. Some of the brands in there were brands I've never even heard of. And it helped me realize and figure out what brand of bottle my baby likes. We found his favorite bottle within this pack and now have the bigger size of that same brand. So I highly suggest, obviously unless a different brand is gifted to you, that's awesome. But if you are planning on buying your own bottles, get the variety pack with the smaller bottles to make it worth your money, to make sure your baby is not gonna hate the bottles that you're buying already a ton of, because bottles are pricey. They're not the cheapest thing in the world. So a high suggestion of mine. Just to make sure this video isn't way too long, that's my list. That's gonna be my finale on the list for today. But if you'd like more things that I've slowly come to find and love, comment below for part 2 of this video, and I would be more than happy to come up with another list. I'm sure it would be pretty easy for me to come up with more things that I've loved while figuring out this whole motherhood thing with a child. So I apologize again so severely that we are so bad at getting videos out weekly, but hopefully we'll get better. I know I say that every video. I know I lie pretty much every video, but know that we are trying, and we are grateful for you guys who still stick around. Know that we love you and we're grateful for you, and we will catch you whenever the next video decides to come out.